we stay together all the time. So even when teams make run, we stay together, and that's the most important thing.
Luka Dončić's rise from the cobbled streets of Ljubljana to the dazzling lights of the NBA isn't a typical underdog tale. It's a story of prodigious talent meeting relentless progression. Born on February 28, 1999, in Slovenia's scenic capital, Luka's world revolved around sports. His father, Sasa Dončić, a professional basketball player turned coach, introduced him early to the game, while his mother, Mirjam Podobin, brought a sense of determination and grace, traits Luka would carry into his career. Though Slovenia wasn't a basketball powerhouse, Luka had something no borders could contain: instinct, intellect, and imagination. From the moment he could walk, he was already mimicking his father's moves, setting up toy hoops in the living room, and crafting games of his own. At just 7 years old, he joined Olimpija Ljubljana's youth program and began competing against much older kids. His coaches were baffled by how easily he manipulated the flow of the game. Luka wasn't just reacting, he was anticipating. By 10, it was clear he saw the court like a veteran guard. What he lacked in physicality, he made up for with vision, timing, and an almost eerie understanding of how to control pace. When he was just 13, Real Madrid, a titan of European basketball, came calling. Luka moved to Spain alone, a decision that would change his life. The adjustment wasn't easy, but he handled it with maturity beyond his years. He learned Spanish, adapted to new systems, and within a few short seasons, ascended from youth ranks to Real Madrid's senior team. At 16, he became the youngest player in club history to debut professionally. He didn't just blend in, he stood out, holding his own against seasoned veterans in the EuroLeague. By 18, he was not only Real Madrid's best player, but arguably the best in Europe. The 2017-18 season became his launchpad to global recognition. Dončić led Madrid to a EuroLeague title, earning MVP honors in both the regular season and the Final Four. His performance sent shockwaves across the basketball world. American scouts, long skeptical of international players, began to shift their gaze. Luka was something different. He wasn't defined by athleticism or power, but by vision, control, and feel. His game didn't scream. It whispered, drawing defenders into traps and fans into awe. When the 2018 NBA draft arrived, he was selected 3rd overall by the Atlanta Hawks, only to be traded moments later to the Dallas Mavericks, a franchise that would soon become his kingdom. In Dallas, Luka wasted no time making his presence felt. As a rookie, he averaged over 21 points, nearly 8 rebounds, and 6 assists per game. He won the NBA's Rookie of the Year award, but more than that, he announced himself as a generational talent. Every pass, every shot, every step-back three seemed to carry the weight of inevitability. Luka didn't play basketball. He composed it, like a musician improvising his own rhythm in the middle of a high-speed jazz solo. With a sly grin and a step-back jumper, he began to redefine what a modern superstar could look like. As seasons passed, Luka's star only rose. He shattered records, delivering triple-doubles with frightening regularity. He became the youngest player in NBA history to record multiple 40-point triple-doubles. He faced off with legends, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, and didn't flinch. Whether it was a regular season game or a playoff elimination match, Luka carried the same calm, calculated brilliance. In the 2020 playoffs, he hit a stunning buzzer beater against the Clippers that became an instant classic, further cementing his reputation as one of the league's coldest closers. But Luka's greatness isn't just about statistics or buzzer beaters. It's in the way he plays, effortlessly slowing the game to his preferred speed, threading impossible passes, and always making the right reads. He doesn't rely on explosive athleticism. Instead, he uses body control, timing, and a deep bag of fakes and pivots to get where he wants. He's as much an artist as an athlete, painting with each possession and seeing patterns that others simply don't. Off the court, Luka maintains a balance between global stardom and grounded humility. He still laughs like a kid when he wins at video games and shows off his dog Hugo on social media. His longtime relationship with Anna Maria Galtz has weathered the spotlight, and together they've kept their personal lives relatively private. Luka is particularly close to his mother and often credits her for being his strongest supporter. Despite being a millionaire many times over, with endorsements from Jordan Brand and BioSteel, a max NBA contract, and international appeal. He hasn't strayed far from his roots. His estimated net worth in 2025 exceeds $50 million, but the values instilled in him as a child remain intact. His lifestyle reflects his personality, sophisticated but understated. His home in Dallas features a personal basketball gym and a games lounge, not excessive luxury. He owns a Porsche, a custom Jeep, and a few other sleek rides, but rarely flaunts them. Fame, for Luka, is a byproduct of his passion, not the purpose. He's not interested in dominating headlines. He's interested in dominating games. Internationally, Dončić has become a symbol of pride for Slovenia. His EuroBasket championship run with Slovenia in 2017 was just the beginning. Since then, he's led his national team to top finishes in Olympic and FIBA competitions, often carrying a squad with limited depth into the spotlight. For Luka, playing for Slovenia isn't an obligation, it's an honor. Each summer, he puts his body on the line, helping a small nation of 2 million punch far above its weight on the global stage. Of course, greatness comes with scrutiny. Critics have questioned Luka's conditioning, his defensive consistency, and his occasional on-court frustrations. But even these flaws add depth to his character. He's emotional, competitive, and at times impatient, but never indifferent. What matters is how he responds, and time and again, he does. Whether it's bouncing back from a poor shooting night or dragging his team through a Game 7 with 40-plus points, Dončić thrives when others shrink. Now in his mid-20s, Luka has matured into more than just a transcendent player. He's become a leader, someone younger teammates look to in big moments, someone coaches trust to run the offense, and someone fans believe in. He's adapted his game to become more efficient. He's embraced the physical toll of leading a franchise. And the Mavericks, recognizing his generational impact, continue to build their roster around his strengths. Dallas believes, and with good reason, that Luka can bring them another championship banner. There's something cinematic about Dončić's journey. A boy from Slovenia who conquered Europe, came to America, and now stands among the NBA's elite. His game has echoes of legends: Larry Bird's craftiness, Magic Johnson's vision, James Harden's scoring, but Luka is still uniquely himself. He plays with a smirk and a shrug, like someone who knows the secret and is gracious enough to share glimpses of it with the rest of us. As the league's old guard steps aside and a new generation rises, Luka isn't just part of the transition, he's at its forefront. His game translates across cultures and eras. Young players across the globe are emulating his step-back jumper, studying his court vision, and dreaming of charting a path like his. He's not just inspiring the next generation, he's setting the standard for it. The accolades will surely continue. All-star nods, MVP trophies, possibly championships, but Dončić's true legacy will be deeper. He's reshaping the archetype of an NBA superstar. Flashy yet grounded, competitive yet joyous, European in roots but global in reach. He reminds us that the game, at its best, is art, and he is its modern-day Picasso. So as Luka Dončić continues to dazzle courts across the world, one thing remains certain: his story is still being written. The chapters ahead may bring more glory, more records, more iconic moments. But even now, his narrative is one of brilliance, passion, and authenticity. He didn't just arrive, he transformed the game along the way. That's all for today's story on Luka Dončić. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of basketball's brightest stars, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. Until next time, keep watching greatness unfold.